أعزائي المشاهدين، أهلا وسهلا بكم من جديد مع برنامجكم الأسبوعي برنامج إماراتي. كما عودناكم في كل أسبوع نستضيف لكم خيرة من دولة الإمارات، قصة نجاح أتتنا إلى الدولة منذ 25 عاما. Mr. Jim Sebastian, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We are so lucky to be here with you in your company. Our team said to you, welcome in our program.
Thank you and welcome.
And we would like to know about yourself. Who's Jim when he came to this country at the first time and what he's doing at this moment?
Once again, my name is Jim Sebastian. I am a mechanical engineer by profession, and after my engineering I was working in New Delhi in India, and I happened to speak to a friend. I was working in a multinational, pretty happy, and I happened to speak to one of my close friends, and he kind of brainwashed me, and he said, if you want to do big things, come to UAE. And after 2 phone calls, I just took that instantaneous decision. It was a very risky one. Nobody supported, but I don't know why. I just took the decision, and I was in Dubai within 1 month.
1998.
Exactly, 1998.
We're talking about the growth of Dubai, of UAE, the boom starting that time. Indian guy come to multicultural country. So how was your first day?
First day was tough because I had no money in my pockets, little support. And even to get a visa, I had to beg some friends to get me a visa. And they promised a lot of things, and when the time comes, they back out. But some good friends, they helped out. They got me a visa, and there was no place to stay. And I had to stay in a person's house which I did not even know. He was a stranger. And after the second day, he was not comfortable. He said, okay, better you stay somewhere else. So I had to beg another friend and say, can I stay at your place? And that was in Sharjah, yes. It was difficult.
3 years as an employee, it was fair enough for you to let someone ask you to be partner with him, right?
Yes, so my first company was a pumps company, a very small company. Coming from a big multinational background, to work in a small workshop-like place wasn't easy. To shift your mindset. And for some reason, I don't know, the opportunity took me in that direction. The attractions to work in that company was minimal. But when you look back after 25 years, that small company forged my destiny. And I believe that person, he's not alive now, but I thank him every day for teaching me the things and taking me in his company.
Mechanical engineer during booming time, we're talking about 2001, so that time it was the booming in this area to start your company here. So what was your first project in this country for your company?
So we were selling a good brand of pumps, and when I came here in 98, everybody told me that the best is behind you. The growth of UAE from 1970 to 95 is over. All the main highways were built, the big buildings came up, and everybody said, yes, over, there's nothing more to build. But the rulers had great vision. They saw what is going to come in the next 25 years. Amazing vision. Very few people are gifted with that vision. All you see here now today, they saw in their minds, in their eyes and hearts. And with that belief, we saw in 2000, all the development started. You see all the corniches, the Abu Dhabi Corniche was laid out again.
Sure.
The Sheikh Zayed Road is completely redefined, the Manhattans, all the big projects came after the year 2000. So, and the first project I got was Emirates Towers. And within 3 months, even my boss was surprised. He said, how did you get this project? And he realized my selling ability, which even I didn't know. And at that point, after 1 year, he offered me a partnership. There was a big difference in our age. He was 53, I was 28, but he offered me to become his partner, and that changed my life.
To build your company, we need to choose our team. We are talking about the company, not Ecoval.
Yes.
What's the meaning of your company name first? Let's talk about Ecoval.
So we framed that name from two words, ecology and validation. So also environment. So we wanted to add value to our environment to make it safe for our future generation. So we were one of the first companies to mass market a product called solar water heating systems. There were small companies here and there off and on selling in ones and twos, but we were the first ones to go to EMAR, say for instance, when they were building the meadows and springs, and we really believed in this product. I said, why, if it is successful in other parts of the world and there is sun all around here, all year round, it's a good potential. But very few people believed in the technology, and they said, we don't need hot water here. And we said, you have, every dwelling has got an electric heater. It takes 4 to 5 times the electrical power. Why should we not move towards a sustainable and green solution? So the pushback initially was very difficult, but we believed in it. We got our first project through a consultant, and it was actually a big project for Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, actually, 100 villas, and those systems were still working. So we believe in quality, and we said, if you represent a good product, which has got a long life, and with the right channels, you will make your breakthrough.
I just like to mention it that petroleum country, they don't care about sustainable, we can say it that time. So it's easy to get this approved, or when you explain it to municipality, you get it direct here?
No, it was very, very difficult. Between 2002 and 2009, we had a lot of meetings with the municipalities. And I once went to the head of a certain municipality, and he said, no, we don't want hot water here. We don't want to use solar. So I said, sir, do you have an electric heater in your villa? And he said, I have, but I don't switch it on. But we all know that we all use electric heaters. So, of course, this task is not easy anywhere in the world. Introducing a new technology is never easy. We believed it. And in the year 2009-2010 was when Dubai municipality first spoke about introducing solar heating systems. They called us, we had a discussion, and we were in fact involved in writing the first small specification. It was a few lines, but in introducing that specification that every dwelling in UAE must have a solar heating system.
So you keep following your idea and your dream 6 years, we can say it, from 2002 until 2008, right?
Exactly. So what we were taught, after my engineering, I did a master's in international marketing. So a B school teaches us that always consolidate and diversify. That don't be in a hurry to move from one channel to another. You will see success, but stick to your core competence. Believe in your strengths. There is opportunity to make money in a restaurant. You could be a restaurateur. You could be a filmmaker. You could be anything. There's a lot of opportunities in every stream, but you have a certain core competence. So stick to your core competence. And I believe in what my professor taught me, that for 6 years we didn't diversify. We said we'll consolidate, get our finances and capital. You need capital, right, to grow and to sustain the business. So we build our capital. And then we thought about growing our business. So we moved from solar and cooling systems into boilers, which was a very tough subject, and we had no idea how to get into that project.
MEP company, but in this country, we are talking about the contractor that he need many parts. He would be in the project between many contractor, consultant, he will be between subcontractor and the maintenance also. So how did you prove yourself between this difficult market?
So I always had in my mind that we have to create our own niche. You can't be like any other individual or any other company. You have to differentiate yourself. And one way of doing that was, I said, I'm going to be very good in what I'm doing. And consultants need you. So our channels to market is not direct selling to a contractor. We spend 80% of our time with consultants who design and specify, and all of them need your help. And we said we'll become so good and we'll provide them all the information they need to design a good building, a good hotel. So that's what we did, and we realized that soon most consultants started calling us. And they said that you have helped us so much and we'll include you in our project specification. So most of the big projects you will see today, whether it's the Royal Atlantis, Zabil One, Zayed National Museum, Villas, New York University in Abu Dhabi, the Hiltons, the Marriotts, you name it, we have done all. We have done the 3 largest water parks in UAE, the Yas Ferrari Park, Yas World, the Aquaventure in Atlantis, the Anantara. Each one of them is more than 8,000 kilowatt, 8 megawatt, they're huge. So designing and integrating the systems, the boiler heating, is not an easy task.
Now we are talking about Ecoval, which handling more than 12 products. That's one of the biggest products. All these products, only you are the one who handle it here?
Most of the products are exclusive. In the beginning, the biggest challenge was to get the right product and a good brand. When you are a small company and you are an unknown individual, the big companies don't want to talk to you or don't want to give you a distributorship. So the first 10 years was difficult to convince them that yes, you are the right person. And the good thing was many companies realized that it's not always the big and the rich companies who sell. It is the small companies who are focused and who believe in their hearts that this is the right product. And that's how we built. We had one agency, the second, the third. Today, inshallah, by the grace of God, big companies are coming to us and they said, we want you to sign our exclusive agreement. And today we are in a position to say yes or no.
We know that UAE always looking for the best, the top, and always they are take care about the certificate. When we see the certificate over your office, there is money. So tell me about the most important certificate that you get it in your company.
I've got several. I've been a speaker for our product, our technology. We are selling technology more than a product, and it's not just single product. It's a integration of several products, and that's where our niche is. And we have got. I've been a speaker personally for SIPSI, for SOFI, which is the Chartered Institute of Building Service Engineers. And we give regular talks on the technology, on the subject, on how to integrate. So the recognition that they gave was tremendous. And of course, we got awards from one of our manufacturers, Ream US, who are the world's among top 3. And in 2010, we became the world's largest distributor in 90 countries. And the CEO came and his entire team came from Australia to give us the award of claiming the #1 spot.
When we want to collect a product, so we would like to think about the compatible between the item. When we talk about the pipe and the heaters and the solar panel, so everything you collect as a consultant, right?
Yes, so we represent products like boilers, heat pumps, solar water heaters, electric heaters, pumps. In every building, you need to integrate all this together to give a solution. So when you go to a hotel, it's a lot of engineering behind it. So any building, the most challenging product to design is the hot water system and not the chill water. From the client's perspective, the chiller is most important. But the engineering behind getting hot water at the right time, the right temperature and the right pressure when you open the shower is very complicated. Until now, nobody has mastered it. It's a very challenging thing. If you think about it, the top 3 things when you stay in a hotel is your air conditioning, right temperature. You're tired after a day of meeting, and you want to take a nice shower. You need the water to come at the right temperature, the right pressure, and within few seconds. Some places you have to wait for 1 or 2 minutes. And by that time, the client goes on a TripAdvisor and writes a complaint that this hotel, the hot water wasn't good. And the third is Wi-Fi. So these three are the most important.
Sure.
We also would like to talk about that we were the first ones to introduce water source heat pumps in this market. It was a technology which existed for 30-40 years. People were talking about solar water heating. But the challenge with solar water heating is you need so much of space on the rooftop. The buildings were getting more vertical, right? You have 30, 40, 50 floors, more vertical. And there's less space on the rooftop to cater or to produce hot water for this entire building.
Nothing.
So then we said the client was not saving enough energy. He said, why should I invest all this money and at the end I save only 20%? So we thought and we said, why don't we introduce the concept of heat pumps? It's just a chiller working in reverse. And it takes very little space on the rooftop. And again, the challenge was, what is the source? We couldn't connect to seawater. There was no clear solution for that. Then we said, in UAE especially, there is always a demand for cooling. Even in winters, in the hotels, there is a 40% demand for cooling. And we said, okay, let's try and connect to the chill water return and we'll produce hot water for free. Our first project was with Ibis and Novotel with Majid Al Futtaim. MashaAllah is still working. It has saved millions for the client. From there on, they gave us the second project, the Pullman. And now you see most projects, heat pumps are specified. The likes of Royal Atlantis.
From consultant
Specified. So the client knows now, yes, he needs a combination of solar water heaters and heat pumps. And if there's no space, you go with heat pumps.
More than 20 employees we have it in your company. So we are talking the first employee, your wife. And always you are saying behind a businessman, there is a wife.
Yes.
She started from zero. She started before you in the company.
Yes.
So, and how she's supporting you in your business?
The support was amazing because I had to run in the market to get the sales, and you needed somebody ever reliable and dependent back in your office, especially when you're signing checks. She is a computer engineer by profession, but she has changed the line. She handles the accounts, the admin, the HR. So till now, even after 22 years, she does the same job.
And how you can build the relation with your employees more stronger?
Yeah, that is the biggest challenge, I think, for any company. We are a niche market and the clients are ever demanding. The consultants especially want a solution yesterday. They would make a call today or send an email. On a daily basis, we get an email from a client or consultant saying that there's a new project, we want a design, but we want it tomorrow. So that's ever demanding and that's not changed. We said, can you give us 1 week, but the time is not there. If you don't give that solution, they will go to somebody else. So you have to be at your best and provide the solution. So I'm personally a stickler for perfection. I believe that whatever you do, you need to do it perfectly. And you need to create leaders out of your employees that they follow your vision, they give the same quality and the same solution. So we have team building sessions, we have sports sessions, we go play outdoor cricket or football, things like that, or bowling. We have lunch sessions every month. Actually, we go together and we tell them to choose a good restaurant. Celebrate the birthdays. So any employee, the cake is cut here in the morning if his birthday is there. A few days back there was a Philippine Independence Day, so we celebrated that here.
So always in the business we are talking about the leaders, and the leader, he need to take care about everything. We are talking about sustainable company to be on the top. You asked us before the interview, how did you reach for us? When we talk about EMARATI TV program, always choosing the best and one of the top. And you are one of the top when we talk about the first person who talked to the municipality in this country, so that's you. So you are number one. Number one, when we talk about it, we mention His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, that he mentioned for us. It's hard to be number one, but the hardest to stay on the same level. How you can be always at the top and never go any step back in your business life.
Important thing he said, and I've held that very close to my heart. And there is a saying that the moment you reach the top and you feel that you have reached the top, that is the beginning of the end. And you must, the things that take you there, it will not be enough to keep you there.
صح.
So people think that I've done this for 20 years, I will continue to do the same thing. It doesn't work that way. You must embrace the new things, the new technology. If you continue to do the things which got you there, it will not be enough to keep you there.
So Corona came in 2019 and changed everything in our life. So what Corona changed with your company?
When there is a setback, it's an opportunity. I read in this book, I forget the writer, but he said, to double the rate of your success, double the rate of your failures. So when Corona came, I knew the sun will begin to shine one day. And when you fall, you need to sit and start thinking. When you're on the move and you're successful, you never stop to think that who are the people who made you successful? What are the mistakes you made? You never think. What are the mistakes we made in the last 17 years? How we can improve it better? And I knew that one day this is going to change.
If you want to say thanks for someone in your life, for whom you say it?
I would like to thank a lot of people actually. It's people say that they are self-made businessmen or self-made success. I don't think it exists. There are a lot of people behind your success, starting with your family, your friends, your clients, all the consultants who specified us.
No one man show.
Yes, all the brands who agreed to work with us. I remember when I started business, this opportunity came and they say that opportunity, knock is not an opportunity. A single knock is an opportunity. A lot of opportunity which came to me, it was not packaged in a silver foil. Everybody around me, including my wife, parents, they said, no, this is not an opportunity. It's too risky. And there are times as a leader, that you got to switch between your head and your heart. At that time, most people say use your head. But I have used both depending on the situation. At that point, my head said, no, this is not a good opportunity. This looks not easy, fraught with risk. But my heart said, I want to be a businessman. This opportunity is not going to come again. Because to switch between an employee and an employer, it's a big step. It's in your mindset. Your mind has to switch completely. We came from a very middle class background. We're all engineers, by the way, in my family, but we came from a middle class background. So to switch from this to this was not easy. And as this, I was just reading some days back that to get 1 carat of diamond, you have to mine 250 tons of sand, and then it's still covered. That 1 carat of diamond is still covered with rock and sand. You have to blast your way through to get that one diamond. And that's the way I see an opportunity. It's covered with rock and dust.
Many newcomers coming to this country as an employee or a businessman coming for the first time maybe or finish their education. So what the first advice you can give it for any newcomers for this country?
I would give this advice to any youngster. I've seen a lot of potential, very talented young guys who start business, but they fall by the wayside very quickly. After 2 or 3 years of success, the success goes to the head, and they suddenly begin to think that I can do everything. That's the biggest mistake. That you have a certain skill, you have a certain core competence. You need to believe in your core competence. Don't move away from that. It can be anything. And you need to believe in that and stick to that. Do not diversify. Consolidate first and then diversify. Look at Tesla. Probably they moved from making cars, they moved to batteries, and they're now in the rocket engineering. But if you ask me, they were in the technology business. Their core competence remained technology.
Finally, Mr. Sebastian, we're talking about UAE, this country which gave us all this opportunity. We talked about the country which started from His Highness Sheikh Zayed, the persistent, and son of Zayed, they make UAE #1 in the world. Peace and safe, we can say land of opportunity. So what you will say for UAE leaders and government for all what they are giving?
One can never thank enough for all the opportunities that was provided by the leaders. You want to live in a safe place. You want to live and work in a clean environment. You want to, when you start a business, you want things to happen very fast. I've traveled across the world and I've spoken to many people. The environment for your family and for business is unsurpassed here. I mean, it's superb. And we would like to thank the leaders, the president, the vice president, the prime minister, and all the rulers of all the 7 emirates, because you get the same environment in every emirate you go. The peace and harmony that they bring together. And I'm sure that every expatriate who lives here is praying for the long life and forever peace of this country. May God bless the country and all its leaders.
And from our side, Mr. Sebastian, we will say to you, thank you to spending your time with our team, and welcome again our program.
Thank you very much.
في كل إمارة تروح تسلك عقل وروح، بر ومدن وجبال، حاجة ترد الروح